Hello everyone. So we have talked about API in our last video. In this video, we will talk about API some more and learn what endpoints are and how we can get data from an API which is already being hosted by JSON placeholder or other similar API providing websites, just like this one. So firstly, we need to understand what is an endpoint. So let's see, we have an API right here. This is the API, and this is the endpoint, I would say, to do's slash one. And we also have endpoint of posts, endpoint of comments, endpoints of albums, and so on and so forth. So basically, when we are trying to get data from this API, there can be many routes for many things. Like this one has to do's, this one has posts, this one has comments. How does the computer know which data to give us? So API are being hosted in a backend server and database, so they also need to know like which data to send, right? So they recognize this by this way, like to do's will have to do's, and we do the naming in such a way so we can understand what's in there. So let's go ahead and fetch data from this API, exactly like we did in our last video. I already have created a folder API learning and then created index HTML, script JS and style CSS and connected them already to save us some time. So let's go ahead and copy paste this thing, and let's go to our browser, open with live server, and if we go to our console now, we should see the thing here, right here. Ignore this is just the fav icon not available, whatever. So when I reload, as you can see, we have this data from the API. As you can see, script.js 3, line number 3. So here we have logged this in this function. So what exactly is happening here? So this is a fetch method of JavaScript, built-in JavaScript function, you can say. So this is used to fetch data from any API or URL or whatever, and then what we're doing is dot then, a method to resolve promises. We haven't talked about promises yet. We will be talking about promises in our next videos, but let's just understand then that we're doing dot then and running a function, and we're getting a response of JSON thing. Let's just copy or cut this and log sorry about that, log the response and show it to you guys. Okay, so what do we have? We have a response of this, and this is also a promise, I suppose. Let's try to do type of response. Okay, this is an object, but this is a promise as well. All everything is uh object in JavaScript, as we know. What's the promise thing? Okay, it doesn't exactly say it's a promise, but it is a promise, and we do resolve them by dot then stuff. So we have a locked body used. Okay, okay, here's the response, I think. I'm not sure myself, but we're just doing what we're doing here is we're doing response dot json. Oh, not like this, my bad. Not like that, but like that, response dot json. Okay, so what does dot json function do in JavaScript? Let's have a read here. Okay, so what we're doing is the JSON method, the response interface takes a response stream and reads it to completion. It returns a promise which resolves with the result of parsing the body text as JSON. Okay, so let's log it back again. Let's just cut this and comment it down below and do log of response. Okay, so here we have our body, and this body is we cannot see the data right now, but we need to run this .json method to parse the body text as JSON. So this is not yet JSON. So we want to parse the body text as JSON. Sorry about that. So basically it is returning a promise, and we are resolving it by using dot then, and then we are doing log of response here, and then we can see that we have a body thing here, but none of these makes sense yet. So when we do response.json in this function, when we run response.json, uh, then we get this JSON right here, and when we log this, we get this data which is ready to be shown on the screen right here. So let's try and do that. So to do that, we need to make a function, let's say, and let's say show to do. Okay, show to do, let's just keep it that way. To do's, will take to do's as an argument, and let's do to do's. To do's is not yet an object, I mean not yet an array. Usually we will have arrays of like 100 posts, 500 comments, or anything. This is not an array yet, this is just an object. So single data. Let's make a paragraph in the name of para. Document dot create element, and then we create a paragraph tag. Then we do para dot append. So we want to append the data of the, let's say, the title. To do's dot title. Okay, so we have appended this to the paragraph. Now we need to do document dot body dot append the para. Okay, did not work as expected. Why not? Let's try to understand. We are creating to do's dot. Oh, we have not yet used the function yet. My bad. Let's see. Yes, as you can see, we have the paragraph right here. In the script tag, we have the, not exactly in the script tag, but by the script tag, we have put in a paragraph, and the paragraph contains the data from okay, we are not logging it anymore, but let's log it here. We can do that, and as you can see, we have the title of Delectus Autumn. So basically it's just a placeholder. It's nothing. As you can see, it says the exact same thing, so we are showing that. Let's show the ID, and as you can see, ID is 1, of course. We can show completed as well. Completed is false, and it is showing false. Okay, so usually we will not have API containing objects usually. So let's go ahead and fetch some other endpoints. So this one is from the example of the JSON placeholder page. So we are fetching specifically to-dos of 1. So what we're doing is we are using the endpoint to-dos, which will be all to-dos, and then we are using the numbers. So let's say /1. So this is the first one. Let's do /2. /2 is a bit different, as you can see. Completed is still false, but let's show the title, and as you can see, the title is different. So this is a different to do. Let's go for 3. and 3 is also Fugiat Veniam minus. Okay, so basically we are doing what we're doing is we are getting the data from the API. As you can see, when I reload, it takes some time. Not when I reload, but when I use a new ID, as you can see, it is not here, and then suddenly it comes because we are receiving a promise, and when it is resolved, we get the response back. So basically we need some time to fetch the data from the server. We will be talking about promises and this dot then stuff soon, but let's just understand that when we are making a request, we are making a request to another computer. The computer is using this API. We need to hit this API to get this data from that computer. Okay, so let's see what just to do's gives us, and let's just log it out because I might get an error. Yes, so it is giving an array, and if I uncomment this, surely I will get an error. Yes, the error is undefined because that to do's does not have title. So let's try to read these instead. Let's have all the to do's listed right here. Okay, so how do we do that? So what we need to do is, now this is an array. So what's happening here? This is a simple function of show to do, which is being run here, and as an input we are giving all the data. So all of 20 not 20 200 items in an array, and this is being passed as an input right here. So what we need to do is run a map, of course, to do's dot map, and then what we can do is put these inside. Sorry about that. So for each and every element we will be running this and creating a paragraph tag, and as you can see, it is all undefined. We are running all 200 times, it's fine, but it might not have the title as expected right here, and we did not even do this. So what we want to do is map through each and every to do. So to do's dot map, and now we will pass a single to do each and every time, and then paragraph dot append we will try to do title. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it is working. Let's still log the to do's to have a look at the data. Okay, so what else we have? We have title, user id completed. Okay. Okay, so now we can create another paragraph as well. Let's create another paragraph, but let's rename this. Para is not a great name, so let's do title. So this is the title. Title dot append to do dot title. Why is it giving an error? Oh, I have already declared title somewhere. Where? I don't see the title. Uh, 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 a bit confusing. Okay, so the error was because of the variable I was about to make. So let's do id document dot create element. Let's create another paragraph, and let's do id dot append to do dot id, and let's do it like this: alt shift and down arrow, and then we do this. Okay, we're doing it the other way around. I wanted the id to be above, so let's do this. And yes, as you can see, we have all 200 uh, to do's which we wanted to show right here. So we are getting all this data from an API. This is not data I have created myself. These are just JSON placeholder APIs data. So basically they are hosting these data, and when we make a request to this API, this exact API, we will get this exact data each and every time because they have said it so. If they were to change this and make some other data available on this route, they can do that as well. So let's go for this endpoint and see what does the posts have. Now we need to make some changes in our, okay, we do not need to change actually because these are exact same things like body, title, user ID. Okay, so we have another thing called body. Let's add that. Let's do not body, let's say details or post details to be more specific. Document dot create element. Now we will create a paragraph tag right here. Post details dot append to do dot body. So we are seeing that we have a body right here, and we will create another paragraph tag and then append to do body, this body text inside this paragraph we have created right here. Okay, so now we do not want the title to be a paragraph anymore. We want it to be a heading, let's say, and let's make this one heading 2 maybe. Oh my god, these are all bold stuff. uh okay, heading should be bold. Let's make it h5. We haven't appended the post details to document.body yet. H1 is a bit too much, I think. H3, yeah, H3 is okay, I think. Okay, so basically what's happening here, the same thing, and they are sending us some data through this API. We are doing fetch, and then we are doing dot then, and taking the response from that and doing response.json function. And response.json function, what it does is parses the body text as JSON. What is JSON, you might wonder? So JSON is a JavaScript object, not exactly, but it is more like a transformating format. Like whenever we are sending some JavaScript data to the server, or getting some data from server, we will be transferring it through JSON in a JSON format. JSON is a format. More accurate thing is JSON is a format. So JavaScript object notation is JSON, is a standard text-based format for representing structured data based on JavaScript object syntax. It is commonly used for transmitting data in web applications. So as I've said, JavaScript object notation or JSON is a standard text-based format for representing structured data based on JavaScript object syntax. So it looks a bit like JavaScript object, as you can see, key and value pair, but as you can see in JSON we have quotation on both sides. In JavaScript object, normally what would happen is, let's see the object right here. As you can see, this is an object as well, and as you can see, the quotation or the these string tags is on this side only and not on this side. This is the normally JavaScript object how it works, but in JSON format we have quotations in both sides. So we have like this and this. In terms of number, we do not have that. Okay, so JSON is a format. JSON is a format which is used to transmit data, to send or receive data from the server. We do not use object, just plain JavaScript object, to send or receive data from server. We use JSON instead because this is the method which is preferred to transmit data. As you can see, we are running json method to parse from the body, and then we are uh, getting the json data, and then we are putting it into show to do. This is not to do anymore, show posts, let's say, and rename this here, and then we should do this like data, not json data, and we can do posts. We are renaming it a bit better because it is a posts after all, not to do's anymore. Post and do post. Okay, as you can see, it shows the exact same thing because we have renamed thing, but everything works exactly the same way. So what's happening here, and we're passing in the data into the show post function. This is taking the posts or this data as an input, and then we are logging it out to see, to have a better look at the data structure. And then we see body, id, title, user id, and then we do a map, posts.map, and then passing in the post and creating title for each and everyone, creating id for each and everyone, creating post details for each and everyone, and then just appending it to the post.body. So this text will be appended to this element we have created, the p tag, and then we are just adding this post details to the body tag. So let's say if we don't append these in the body, we do not say anything because it is not in the documents. As you can see, nothing is here. But when we do append things, we can see everything right here. So this is how we use data from APIs and consume the API and then show things on the screen. As you can see, all datas are here. We can do some other APIs as well. Let's say do some 500 comments. Let's see. And we do not have a title in this time. Let's see the log, and we can see body, email, name, post id. Okay, so these have most fields till now. So let's just edit it once again. So we do show comments data. Okay, so pretty much the same thing. We are receiving the data from this, we are receiving in some other formats. Now we're doing .json and parsing it, the body, and then we are passing in the data from this JSON response, and then passing in the data to the show comments data, and this time it will be comments, comments, and this should be single comment because this is a map. So in map we pass each and every single element, and then we create title, id, post details. These are a bit different, so let's change them up. So instead of id, we will do post id. Let's do post id, post id dot append comment dot post id. Okay, id is not defined. Which id? 14. Okay, this one, right. So I changed the name, but I didn't update it. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and update other things as well. So we do not have a title, so we will remove the title. Let's do it serially, right? Let's do body first, and let's say comment body, and this should be a p tag. Comment body, title should be deleted because title is not there at all. Okay, post id. So this is basically the same post, 111111. So let's say we have 5 comments in number 1 post, and these are all the comments. And let's go for email. Let's create user email and then do document dot create element. This could be a p tag as well. So let's do user email dot append and then do comment dot email. Where are the emails? I don't see them. Oh, I have not appended it, of course. Now we see the email. What else do we have? We also have the name. Let's go for user name document create element. Let's do h3 here and do username dot append. So we are appending the comment dot name data into the username. So the h3 element we have created, and then we are doing document dot body dot append. So we are appending to the body the username. As you can see, this is our username, which is a bit weird, I think, but this will do. Let's make it h4 instead. So what else do we have? Body, email, id, name, post id. So only the id remain, I think. So let's do create an id as well. Let's do user id. This should be an user id. Document dot create element e tag, and let's do user id dot append, and then we do comment dot id. Oh no, this is the comment id, my bad. What we're trying to do is, oh no, this is the post id. Oh, this is the comment id, not user id, my bad. Let's rename this comment id. And let's append it to our body. Okay, so this is all done, I think. It lacks styling, I know, but the main focus is not the design this time, but instead we're trying to show the let's say data from the API. So id is 1, post id is 1, as you can see, 1 1, and let's keep them aligned, right? Post id and comment id should be at top, and then username, and then user email, and then comment body. This should be the proper serial, I think. Okay, so let's remove the console log from here. Okay, so what's happening here? Let's understand. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay, so number 1 is the post id. As you can see, we have appended post id at first. So this is the post id, this is the post id, this is the post id. So number 1 post have like 5 comments, as we can see, 5 comments, and this is the comment ids. Comment id 1 2 3 4 5. This is how we know that number 1 posts have 5 comments. Let's add at least some margins. Body, let's target the body, margin 20 pixel. Okay, this is a bit better, 20 pixels, and auto are not good. I wanted to do things other way around. Yeah, I did not want any margin on top. Okay, so as we can see, this is the id or the name of the person which who is commenting. A bit weird name, but will do. This is his email, and this is the comment. As we can see, we have how much? Okay, 500 comments. We can see that from the comment id. This is the comment ID, this is the post ID. So we have 100 posts and 500 comments and hopefully 500 users as well, and we have showed all of them on screen. So we have done that. Let's upload this thing to our GitHub as well. I might have logged in my my personal GitHub as well. Let's remove that first, and let's do create a new repository. Let's do API learning, create repository, and let's do go to terminal, Control J. By using Control J we can go to the terminal. We should do git init. Okay, let's wait for their instruction as well. Git init, git init. Then we do git add readme. No, we don't need that. Let's do git commit. Let's make a bit understandable commit. Let's say created, not created. Fetched data from comments API and showed them on screen. Oh, I did not add everything, my bad. So before we can commit, we need to add everything. So which files we want to add by git? I have talked about this in our previous video. I really should be stopping these from each and every time talking about the same things. Okay, so then we do git commit. I have just made a commit, and then I want to create a main branch. Okay, let's do that. Let's create a main branch. I was in master, as you can see, just change. And let's do git remote add origin. So I am remotely adding this repository to here. Let's do git push origin main, and now it should ask for me to log in by GitHub. We'll log in and then push the code to our GitHub. Yes, so it has been pushed. As you can see, we do not have anything, but if I reload, as you can see, we have the exact same code right here. This is pretty simple stuff, but as you can see, we are getting the datas we are trying to get from APIs. So one thing we did not understand yet is the .then part and what's happening in .then and stuff. So this is a topic about promise, and we will be talking about promise in our next video, hopefully, or the one after that. So keep watching, and if you didn't understand anything or if you have any issues at all, comment down below or contact me in my socials as well. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.